When it comes to beef, both LongHorn Steakhouse and Texas Roadhouse have loyal followings. But which one comes out on top in a direct showdown over the bone-in ribeye? Ordering the bone-in ribeye from either Texas Roadhouse or LongHorn Steakhouse doesn't offer any real savings. The prices are in line with what you'd expect for a steak of this size and quality. For context, we picked up both meals for takeout at locations in Southeast Pennsylvania, so prices might differ elsewhere. The bone-in ribeye at Roadhouse came to $30.99 with no extras, while LongHorn's Outlaw Ribeye cost $33.79. So by the numbers, Texas Roadhouse edges out a win. But in practice, that tiny difference probably won't change your overall impression of the meal. At $30 and up, a bone-in ribeye isn't exactly a budget-friendly choice, so it's worth considering whether you're getting good value. Which one delivers more bang for your buck? Texas Roadhouse or LongHorn Steakhouse? In terms of size, the two meals are nearly identical. Both the Texas Roadhouse bone-in ribeye and LongHorn's Outlaw Ribeye are listed as 20-ounce cuts. LongHorn describes theirs as a marbled cut of bone-in ribeye coated with our smoky char seasoning and fire-grilled, while Texas Roadhouse keeps it simple, noting the 20-ounce portion with extra flavor. Given how similar they are, the real deciding factor comes down to the overall experience, primarily the taste and texture. Presentation plays a big role in a steakhouse dining experience, so how these two ribeyes looked was a key factor. The LongHorn ribeye immediately caught the eye, featuring well-defined, evenly spaced grill marks and a generous, appetizing portion of meat. The Texas Roadhouse steak, on the other hand, showcased a crisscross, checkerboard-style grill pattern.
If you want the pretty grill diamond marks, you just turn it just one time, and then flip it and turn it one more time.
The prominent bone at the end of the LongHorn ribeye gave it a classic, picture-perfect look. However, the Texas Roadhouse steak stood out for being shinier, visibly more moist, and noticeably juicier, making it look even more appetizing and, frankly, mouth-watering. Slicing into the steaks highlighted differences in doneness. Both were ordered medium, which should feature a consistently pink center. The Texas Roadhouse ribeye showed a nice pink interior, while the LongHorn Outlaw ribeye leaned more toward medium well, with some areas almost fully cooked. Because of this, the Texas Roadhouse steak takes the lead here, as its doneness better matched the order. After tasting both steaks, it was obvious that each offered a satisfying experience, well-seasoned, flavorful, and with a texture that was neither too soft nor too tough. Still, this matchup isn't a tie. There's a clear winner, and it may surprise some since the difference is significant. The Texas Roadhouse ribeye delivered a deeper, more robust flavor and was noticeably juicier than LongHorn's, with juices spilling out as we cut into it. Every bite maintained that juiciness, complemented by a perfectly cooked pink center. While both steaks were tasty, the LongHorn could have benefited from a sauce to enhance its flavor, whereas the Texas Roadhouse ribeye was perfectly seasoned on its own. For this comparison, we stuck to plain ribeyes with no extras. That said, the selection of add-ons is worth considering, since personal preferences can make a big difference. Here, LongHorn earns some points for offering a variety of enhancements. The Outlaw ribeye can be topped with a Parmesan crust, grilled shrimp, a lobster tail, or seasoned mushrooms. Texas Roadhouse also has a solid range of add-ons, including sautéed mushrooms and onions, blue cheese crumbles, 3 grilled shrimp, or extra jack cheese. While Roadhouse's options are generally more affordable, the difference probably won't sway most diners choosing a ribeye. Budget-conscious diners might lean toward Roadhouse, but LongHorn's unique offerings like lobster tail and Parmesan crust give it a notable edge for those seeking something special. Both restaurants' menus feature plenty of options, but we focused on 2 classic steakhouse sides, mashed potatoes and a Caesar salad. These staples are nearly universal at steakhouses, making them easy to judge since we all have an idea of what a satisfying version should look and taste like. Of course, the ribeye itself is the main event, but the sides still matter, and both hold up reasonably well. Neither reaches gourmet-level distinction, but both are a step above anything store-bought. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. The Texas Roadhouse mashed potatoes, for example, have a thicker consistency and include small bits of potato skin, giving them a better texture. LongHorn's mashed potatoes, in contrast, are slightly runnier and simpler in flavor. While the gap isn't enormous, Texas Roadhouse takes the edge here. Given how straightforward the dish is, you might assume there wouldn't be much variation between each restaurant's Caesar salad. Surprisingly, the two Caesar salads we sampled were quite different. LongHorn Steakhouse's version featured evenly chopped fresh green lettuce with some sliced Parmesan. However, despite the menu's claim, no croutons were included, which was a noticeable disappointment. In contrast, Texas Roadhouse's side salad didn't feel quite as crisp, but it still tasted fresh. It came with a generous portion of croutons and a larger mix of grated cheeses, which added more flavor variety and kept the salad from tasting bland. We chose ranch dressing for both, and the dressings were fairly similar. That gives Texas Roadhouse another slight edge, keeping it ahead in most of the categories so far. Just like the ribeye add-ons, it's worth looking at the full range of side options beyond the two we tested. Both restaurants start with the basics, Caesar salad and mashed potatoes, but there's plenty more to choose from. LongHorn offers several other salads, including a mixed greens and a strawberry salad, in addition to the Caesar. Beyond salads, LongHorn sides include seasoned rice, sweet potato, corn on the cob, Brussels sprouts, shrimp lobster chowder, steakhouse mac and cheese, fries, broccoli, loaded baked potatoes, asparagus, and onion or loaded potato soup. Texas Roadhouse has a comparable lineup with baked potato, buttered corn, house salad, mac and cheese, green beans, seasoned rice, broccoli, fries, and sweet potato, along with applesauce, sautéed onions, and sautéed mushrooms. Overall, LongHorn takes the win in the sides category. Not only does it offer a wider selection, but its menu is also more diverse, with highlights like the shrimp lobster chowder and strawberry salad standing out. Most steakhouse diners aren't there for the complimentary bread, but this pre-appetizer treat still plays an important role. It preps the palate for the meal ahead and helps curb hunger while waiting for the main course. When comparing the bread at LongHorn and Texas Roadhouse, the choice was clear. LongHorn takes the win with its rich, flavorful honey wheat loaf, made from a house recipe that delivers freshness and taste far superior to the competition.
Best loaf of bread of just about any restaurant in Atlanta. The bread here, always piping hot.
Texas Roadhouse's bread, by contrast, was a bit stiff and so sweet it almost overwhelmed the palate. The redeeming factor, however, was its butter. We received 2 servings of cinnamon butter along with a portion of soft, whipped fresh butter that far outshone LongHorn's offering. Sadly, LongHorn only included 2 prepackaged pats of fairly generic salted butter. There are plenty of factors to weigh when determining a winner in the bone and ribeye showdown between LongHorn Steakhouse and Texas Roadhouse. From presentation, texture, and flavor to the quality of sides and available add-ons, there's a lot to consider. Yet, when the dust settles, there's a clear victor, Texas Roadhouse. This may surprise some, given that LongHorn is a dedicated steakhouse, while Texas Roadhouse leans more toward a general grill with burgers, sandwiches, and chicken options. Still, the Roadhouse bone-in ribeye outperformed LongHorn's outlaw ribeye in both taste and appearance, and its side salad also edged out the competition, making the decision straightforward. While it fell short in a few areas, the complimentary bread and side menu weren't quite as strong. Those factors don't weigh heavily for diners focused on the ribeye itself. When it comes down to the cut of beef, the cook, and the tenderness, Texas Roadhouse's bone-in ribeye claims the crown in what many might have expected to be a close matchup. Even though Texas Roadhouse came out on top in our ribeye showdown with LongHorn Steakhouse, that doesn't automatically mean it's the right choice for every diner. While our takeout experience rated Texas Roadhouse as the tastier option, there's more to consider than just flavor. For one, most people enjoy their bone-in ribeye as part of a dine-in experience, often with family, friends, or a partner. That's where context matters. Texas Roadhouse, for instance, leans toward a family-friendly atmosphere. While it does offer an alcohol menu, the overall vibe is lively and geared toward diners of all ages.
The atmosphere at Texas Roadhouse is so fun, it's great, it's perfect for families having a good time.
While LongHorn Steakhouse certainly welcomes families and children, its overall atmosphere is a bit more polished, making it well-suited for a romantic dinner or a business meal with colleagues. We can confidently recommend Texas Roadhouse's bone-in ribeye over LongHorn's outlaw ribeye for flavor and overall quality. That said, both are solid options, and your choice may depend on the type of dining experience you want. If your priority is purely the steak, Texas Roadhouse is the way to go. But if you're after a particular ambiance for your evening out, LongHorn Steakhouse is a perfectly valid choice.